Hi, my name is Pete, and this is the second video about the TQQQ, or the ProShares Ultra QQQ, and why I think it is the greatest investment ever. The TQQQ is a leverage ETF. It triples the return of the Nasdaq 100 on a daily basis, up or down. So if the Nasdaq 100 is up 1%, the TQQQ goes up 3%. If the Nasdaq 100 is down 1%, the TQQQ is down 3%. Again, if you look online, you will see a lot of people say do not buy and hold this investment. Because for one thing, a concept called decay, that is, if the stock prices went down, it takes longer for it to come back up. But again, I say from the previous video that the proof is in the pudding. As you see in the previous video, if you have put $10,000 in the TQQQ 10 years ago, you now are sitting at around $700,000. Whereas if you had put $10,000 in the S&P 500, which is the average stock market return, $10,000 10 years ago will now give you about $37,000 in today's money. Today, we'll show more comparison between the TQQQ and the S&P 500, since the S&P 500 represents the market, and every mutual fund manager out there is trying to beat the market returns, which is very hard to do. As you know, very few mutual fund managers are able to beat the S&P 500 returns long term. So here we have the S&P 500 represented by the symbol SPY, which is the Spider ETF. As you can see, year-to-date returns as of today is 5.05%. It is August 10th. One-year return is 15.07%, 3-year return 12.68%, 5-year return 12.2%, and since inception is 9.7%. The TQQQ return on the same time period, year to date 46.72%, 1-year return 107.52%, that is as of today, 3-year return 50.18%, 5-year return 45.97%, and since inception 50.63%. If you look at the best mutual fund investments and ETFs out there, you cannot find any of them that can beat the TQQQ long term with these numbers. Go and look and you'll never find them. So you see that the TQQQ long term just kills the S&P 500. See, the year-to-date return is about 9 times better. 1-year return is about 8 to 10 times better. And since inception, return is better about 5 to 1. Now you might be saying, I don't have $10,000 to invest. How about $100? How about you start with $100 and add $100 every month? What will that give you if your rate of return is around 50%? These calculations were based on calculator.net. So $100 a month for 10 years, at the end of 10 years, you'll have about $171,000. $100 a month for 20 years will actually give you $10 million. Yes, that's right, $10 million. That is unbelievable. That is the difference between either driving a Lamborghini or a Ferrari 20 years from now. That will be the decision you'll have to make. Again, I think that the TQQQ is a good long-term investment. There are more risk to it. Again, when it did during the pandemic, it had gone down. At the height before the pandemic, the stock price was around 118 and went down in the 40s and 30s, but now it's back up to around 125 as of 128 as of today. So it has gone back up to pre-pandemic levels. That if you had bought at the low, which was around March 23rd, when the market was at the bottom, you would have made a 300% return on your money as of today. This is the end for the second series of these videos of why the TQQQ is the greatest investment ever. I hope you benefit from these videos. Thank you.